Okay. I think we're good this time. We are back from Baby Snap's Custard Rally. I guess what I'm doing with these two videos right now is kind of mentally preparing myself for like media scrums and interviews and type shit where like I'm coming out of the arena and I have all these fucking cameras in my face. Right? And you gotta be on top of that. You gotta be like picture focused, laser focused is what I was trying to say. Today's been a very weird day. But my man, none, bitch, you know I told him pole. Was 6'9", bitch, you know I told him pole. Told him pole, told him pole, told him pole. When I'm down, we gonna let that shit go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let's go, let's go. 2 to 3s and I pull up to you know. To the ball, that's it, go. At the dome. You know, at your home. Alone, home alone, home alone. So him on here, him song. What you want? You got 14. I am meant to be fucking ignorant on stage, man. Doing big shit. Get your wig split. Go 5-4 left, big bitch. We don't miss shit. We don't hit split. Hollow tips hit you where the wig's at. Song is so funny. Poles 1469 by Trippy Riding 69. Like Trippy's got his flow and he did his little thing, and then 6ix9ine just like jumps on that bitch and's fucking yelling and shit, bro. Lord, and that shit's amped, bro. That shit gets me fucking juiced to the gills. Funky honey, bitch, you know I told the pole. I told the time, bitch, you know I told the pole. To the pole, to the pole, to the pole. Don't die, we don't let this shit go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Got this go, got this go, got this go. 2 to 3s and I pull up to you, Joe. Let it go, we don't let that shit go. I got a new Mercedes, bitch, and I ain't paid for it. Damn. The flows like come to me, but like because I'm slowed down because of the zoots, it like the processing time for my brain to get it out and shit, it just isn't there. So I'm gonna have to write some shit down. Yeah, it is. I want to. But whistle. Huh? 2 bitches on my dick. No bitches on my dick. 4 bitches on my dick. No bitches on my dick. 7 bitches on my dick. 7 bitches on my dick. They really make it look at it. Hey. All the guys are bitches. Shit like baby bitches. I'm a lazy rich. So a lazy dicker. Go to the airbender. Okay. Look at it. Make some sounds. Go to the zoo. Yeah, no, she's fallen. I'm just kind of dicking around. I'm not really like, I don't know. I might hear, there might be a couple sounds that I hear go together, and then I'd be like, okay, I can build a song around that. I'm not really like I'm not really trying to make like a song per se right now. Because I've already have a couple. I've been working on some shit. None of it's great, none of it's really even, none of it's really good even, honestly, but let's start over. Actually, I kind of am proud of this. And it's not finished. It's just kind of the first thing I was able to like pull together with all these notes, like all the. I wish I had an Apple Vision Pro. I'll get one day. But if I can do GarageBand in real time, like something I didn't even think about at all. And I was like, I kind of want one anyway because it's cool, it's Apple, and I fuck with Apple, whatever. But here's the thing, if I can have that fucking goggle set and in real time, be able to make like have the fucking GarageBand in front of me and be able to move and, you know, integrate my fucking self into that. We're gonna take over the fucking world. All my homies gonna eat. All my homies gonna be in private jets. All my homies, like, we're gonna be flying across the country to link up with each other. I'm like, oh, hey, where you at, bud? Oh, I'm in New York. Oh, cool. My plane lands in 2 hours. I'll be there. That type of shit is going to become a reality soon, and I've been watching Ric Flair and idolizing Ric Flair my whole life, and kind of like getting a taste outside looking in. All the pride lights, the fast cars, the Rolex watches, alligator shoes, you know, all that shit. I'm not gonna get too hyped, too amped, and cut a fucking Ric Flair promo right now, but he was living the gimmick, brother. Like, private jets, long limousines, pretty bitches, getting fucked up around the world, bro. Yes, let's go. I cannot wait to expand my enterprises outside of the continental United States, because fuck the United States, bro. On God, bro, I would be any other country in the world. And some jackass is gonna get like, oh, what about Chad or Sudan or what? You know what? I would probably appreciate what I had coming from America, going to there. But like, I'm not going to no shitty ass fucking third world country. I'm going to the countries that matter. I'm going to the places that matter. I'm not going to no fucking bum fuck ass like swamp cannibals nesting thing where I'm gonna get raped in the fucking jungle. Boom, boom. All right. So y'all kind of hurt. Okay, so that's what y'all been hearing on that loop. That's kind of that was my first song, like the first song I put together in GarageBand by myself. And some of this shit's kind of like offbeat and kind of not really all that great, whatever, you know. But it's the journey that we're going. Like all these little bullshit notes. Like, none of this means nothing right now. But like, all of you guys are a part of like history. You guys are witnessing. And those of you that watch my videos as I do them, I infinitely appreciate that forever. Because without you guys, I wouldn't really, there's no me without y'all. And okay, kind of like a build from here. Oh. All right, we're going to try. I want to do like a voice recorder real quick. Tracks. Alright. Alien communication. I wish I could, like, hear them before I fucking committed to it, you know? There's not really like a backtracking to this. So I need to be able to scream like loud, and being inside of a fucking complex is not. Alright, let's try it. You came to me in a dream last night. Oh my god. There has to be something I can, like, I probably can plug a microphone into this real time and do that. That shit sounds so fucking good. Like all of these compressions and shit sound so good. Okay, compressed and punch. My last breath. My last starts with you. Yeah, that's not good. It's... Zero pitch. So right, Lord, I am not boy, that's horrible, but I'm just getting. I need a sound bite so I can hear what these clips sound like. Okay, so I'm gonna share a story with you guys. The first time I saw Chelsea Grin live in concert was with my good buddy Sheldon that passed away in 2016. And it was one of the craziest, like, experiences going to that show. Because, first of all, we weren't really familiar with the area we were going to. We were going from, like, Russellville, Arkansas to Little Rock, Arkansas. And there was a venue. I don't fucking remember the name of the venue. I don't remember. There's a lot of stuff I don't remember, but I do remember a lot of things too. But like we're going, and like this is 2007, 2008 ish. So we're like 13, 14 years old. No, 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 no. Hold up. 14, 15 years old. Like my dad let me start a drive when I was like 14, but we didn't really go out of town like that. So I had to be in, it was like 16, we were 16 for sure, 15, 16. Teenagers. Like, and this is around the time that Tom Toms are like being popular or like coming out, and like the GPS navigation system and shit. So we thought we had it down. We in MapQuest, we had it printed out on paper, like, oh, we're just follow this road, and we ended up missing like the exit and like getting lost and turned around or whatever, and it was really weird. It was like one of those scenes in a movie, like where like everybody's getting set up and this thing is happening, and I was like freaking out. I was like, fuck, we're gonna miss the show, and it was Whitechapel and Chelsea Grin. I think Oceana was on that show, maybe. I have to really like dig in my brain to like encapsulate those memories, but we got lost with the MapQuest, and then I had the TomTom, and like we tried to figure it out, and it was so new, like the technology was like so new at the time that like some of the roads that were there, some of the roads that were like on the MapQuest or whatever, like had been updated or changed or like constructed, and it just turned into a big ordeal, and we were freaking out. We thought we were missing the show, and like we ended up pulling up and getting out, getting there, and walking in, and it was like just bringing pieces together in a puzzle. It was like the second we walked in the door, the China symbol, like, and it was like the first like song of the first opening band was like smashing the China symbol, boom, 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 and it was just like that moment, like kind of like I don't know, stuck with us so much so that we both ended up getting Chelsea Grin inspired tattoos. I can't really see it. This key is from. Is that where it is? Yeah, you can't even see it sometimes. There's a key right here. That was on the Chelsea Grin album, and it was really weird because that was the first time I'd seen them, Chelsea Grin live, and at the time I didn't know that like Alex Kohler was essentially me, like just an older version of me, right? And like so then we fast forward a couple years, and we're in Denver, and the Ogden Theater, I remember this shit very vividly. Dark Tranquility was performing that night, and I didn't have anybody to go with. Nobody wanted, like, I think the homies that would have wanted to go was like at work or couldn't go or whatever the fuck the case was. And it was like, for me at that time, like, I'd been following Dark Tranquility for like many years, and like I'd really loved their shit and really wanted to hear like them live, right? So we do that. It was on Valentine's Day, and that same weekend, and if I'm wrong here, like, someone will correct me later, because my timeline's kind of compressed together. But there was a show in Denver, Colorado. Chelsea Grin played, and they, I don't know the connection to like how, like, so Pablo, the drummer, I guess, and my cousin Josh were like friends or mutuals, or had a mutual friend, or I don't really know, something like that brought them together. And so like they had VIP tickets to the show, and um shit, where was I going with that? The VIP tickets. Oh yeah, and they had them like backstage and stuff, and I missed that show, and I can't remember if that was the same night as Dark Tranquility, or if that was like, if it was happening the same night at a different venue, or if it was like like the next night, next couple nights, and I had to work or some shit. But anyway, they played a show in Denver, and I guess they needed a place to like chill out and crash for a little bit, so Pablo and I think Alex was there too, but I was so like starstruck and kind of like awkward and socially fucking stupid and retarded and shit that I was like, I didn't, like, no way, dude, Chelsea Grin's not at my house right now, like, no fucking way. And I was downstairs in this room, and I just like wouldn't come up there to like smoke with them or anything, because I was so fucking weird and awkward and anxious, and like I didn't want to like be like overly weird fanboy type shit, right? And then we fast forward a couple more years, and this is where like the connection that I feel like I am to Alex Kohler. Um, like I just happen to be like really down on myself at this period of time, and I was just like scrolling through Instagram or some shit, and then came across his post, and it was like almost verbatim, like word for word, like shit I was thinking about, like mental health issues and just being depressed and like and being in a dark place and not getting help, and like, and it just like didn't resonate with me that like people, like, I had all these celebrities and like people I met, like they're just like me, man, like they're just like me. And it I didn't realize that, at first. And so I was reading through, and just something about like, he said something, he didn't do vocals for a while because he was down on himself and like going through some stuff mental. And I took a step back and said that like we're all like all connected, man. We're all humans, like the people that are you put on these pedestals that are like superstars and shit, they're already superstars, man. And like it, I just didn't. Man, one day, hopefully, if I get to see Chelsea Grin live, well, Alex doesn't perform with them again. Um, Maybe if I see Alex Kohler and Pablo in some form of the new band that they're doing, I can't remember the name off top, but they released an album, ironically, on my birthday this year, the 14th, and it sounded just like early Chelsea Grin. And I hope I can, like, one day get in the same room with with the two guys from, and just like see what they remember from that night, because I know they were like, I just couldn't believe it, man. I just like, I'm like getting. What it was is I was getting off from work and like I see the van. I think the tour van with like the little U-Haul thing in the back, and I'm like, what the fuck? We lived on Colfax in Denver, and for those of you that don't know, Colfax is like a fucking ghetto ass, like the projects street type shit, like uh, bums pissing on the bus type shit. And I just like, I come home from work and I see that and I'm like, I think Alex was in the van. I don't think he was like, I don't think he came in the house, but Pablo came in and like one of the other dudes from Chelsea Green came in the house and they were like smoking with Josh uh and I think Jordan too at the time. But I was just so like I said earlier, just so fucking mentally retarded and just like so anxious and nervous and like afraid to be around people that were like me. And I didn't understand why I was like that. I didn't really understand it at all. But hopefully, like the way things have been interconnecting and all these, the way these pieces have been coming together, I'm there's no doubt in my mind that if they're still making music, I'm gonna be doing a show with them like one day, and maybe we'll relink that whole scenario and see. I need to take a break on the games because I have so much other shit that I need to let out. So many stories I want to tell. Um, and I already have the seeds planned for that. Throughout the year, this year, the podcast is going to be a thing. It's going to be, I'm going to try to be as professional with it as I can. As of right now, I don't really have like this equipment or like a nice setup or anything like that. So it's kind of, I keep kind of pushing it under the water because it's not ready for me right now. Not ready for me right now. But when it is, fuck. There's a song to be on here that I can just really get into right now. Because y'all think, I don't know, I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me, honestly, because here's the reality. I don't think about y'all like that. Like, we all got our own shit to deal with, so like be the best that you can be at whatever the fuck it is you're trying to do, man. Like whatever it is you're trying to do, just be the best at it. And you're undeniable, you're unstoppable, you're like, you'll be on superstar levels like me. And I'm this is like the series of time where I'm like really humbling myself and like keeping myself down on the pedestal because I know how big of a superstar I am. I know I'm a shining star. But that rubs people the wrong way a lot of times when they realize, oh, this 30-year-old kid's better than me at something. Like, I don't like that. Like, we'll fucking be better. Like, it's not a competition. I'm not the only person I'm trying to be better than is the better version of myself. Like, any way I can make myself better, that's the only competition I'm in. I don't. I spent so many years just being worthless and not doing anything, and I'm doing my best to not let it bother me now. I'm actually doing a lot better than I was, a few months ago with it, but it's like looking at currently I'm so blessed. I'm thankful and appreciative where I am now, of course, but where I could have been, like if I all this shit that I've been doing and like trying to do, I've had it in me for years, but I've been too shy and too afraid and too like I let other people fucking dictate my future. And like if someone said like you suck, I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then that was it. I accepted it. I folded and took it and like ride under the waves with it. So if you take my hand, I'm on a run away. Away from the monsters in the ballroom and the swinging chandeliers. And another thing that's crazy too is like with all this like Dolby Atmos and like these spatial audio sounds, like all these thousands and thousands of songs that I've heard in my life like sound so much different to me now. Like there's like layer, like I can hear every layer of music, like every note like layered down onto the fucking fabric. And it's 10 years ago, man, buried in the mountains. Like me and Jordan, rest in peace, fucking Vic. Man, I wish I got to see him before he passed. And Tim, and like he was just kind of in a weird space with his like baby mama or his wife or whatever, and like all four of us were like negative, and like we wanted to do it so bad. We were in Denver, Colorado. We were there. We wanted to make the music, but we didn't. And then we just let it kind of encapsulate us and like become a big thing, and like kind of like we all four of us kind of just spread apart and didn't really talk or didn't really like communicate for a few years. And man, fuck, I can't be mad because I did it to myself. Like I knew back then, even I knew I should have been doing what I'm doing now and like putting myself out there and doing shit and making shit happen, but I was just so afraid. And like that's so stupid. Like fuck fear, dude. Fear is a bitch. Like overcome that shit, conquer it, like molest the fuck out of fear and move forward. Like it's you have to be uncomfortable in situations before you get comfortable in situations. And the fact that I can't change the past, but if you can imagine where you guys have been with me for enough time now that you kind of realize where I'm at and where my head's at. It's definitely not where it was a few years ago. Like I'm on the ball. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to do this shit. Ready to make moves. Ready to make money. Ready to stack this bread, make this music, and do all this shit. And I was ready to do that then, but I wasn't. I was so hard on myself. I was like, I hear my voice, and or like just like a snide comment from somebody wasn't even meant to be like a bad thing. Just kind of like a comment that I took in the wrong direction, I guess, and then just like got in my feelings and I just like, oh, I suck. I'm this. I'm this. I'm this. I ain't never gonna be shit. And for 10 years, I wasn't shit, and I was miserable and depressed and compressed, and because I was just existing. I was just like gliding through the planes of life and not really. I didn't give a fuck if I woke up the next morning. I didn't give a fuck if I paid my bills. I didn't give a fuck if like my rent got like if I got kicked out of the place I was living. I didn't care. I did not care about anything. Like nothing had any value to me in my life. And music has always been there, man. Music and wrestling has the two constants in my life where everything else falls under the water, falls under the bridge. I've always had those two things to fall back on. And I've known it for years that I'm a larger than life superstar. And at the time, even I didn't like people coming up to me. I didn't like people bothering me, talking to me, asking me questions, wanting. I didn't give a fuck about none of that. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want people to take pictures with me. I don't want to be in my own pictures. You know what I mean? I didn't want to take my own selfies. I didn't want to exist. I tried to eradicate myself and my entire existence from the planet. And if it wasn't for Jordan Fox, LG too, but on a different level, but he unfortunately LG passed. But the Jordan have been like, we had each other's back, we're pushing each other to do it, and some fucking broad got in the way, and we let that ruin our friendship for a while, and we weren't friends, and fuck, sucked so bad, because I fucking knew, even as a 16-year-old kid with like all these weird thoughts in my head of like where I'm going in the world and what I'm doing, and I always knew I could be more than what I was bound to be at the time, put in this box by other people that their dreams are as boxed as the box that they put me in, and I broke out of it every time someone tried to put me in a box and like label me and put me in this, and it would put so much pressure on me to be like, you have to be this, 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 but like you don't have to be any of that. You just have to be yourself. And I'm trying not to like fucking cry in this moment because it's frustrating. It's that I wasted so much time when I knew for so long that I could be doing this shit. I could be doing this shit. Selling out arenas. Like, I didn't understand when I was younger, like, why do these people want to be around me? Like, why y'all bothering me? Why y'all fucking with me? I don't want to be around me. Why do y'all want to be around me? It's because I fucking omit this light in that I didn't see. Obviously, you don't see yourself. You don't see how you interact with people. You don't you don't see the, you don't really see the way your your existence affects other people's reality. And it's just, I was so bitter and angry for no reason, just because, like, one little thought said, "Oh, you're not good enough," and I grabbed that thought and I said, "Yep, you're right. I'm not. I'm fucking trash." And now, in retrospect, I can say that now, like, confidently, like, "Oh, I'm garbage," and I know I don't believe that. Like, I know I'm the next Macho Man Randy Savage, but when you're dealing with all that, you know, like an outside pressure, people want you to be a certain way, and you don't know what's right, what's wrong, and you don't know uh, if there's even a point. And I didn't feel like there was for. Uh, and I owe so much to him, to Fox, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. 2016 is when my life started going downhill. It was like a balance of like really good things and really bad things happening at the same time. So it was really fucking. It's like 2015 going into 2016. Like, I lost. And this is something we'll talk about later on another video. And actually, we're going to talk with this person on an episode of the podcast about, like, kind of how all these things kind of affected us. But at the time, I just didn't. I thought I lost everything. Like, I finally got the girl of my dreams, and then, like, she didn't want to be with me, and it wasn't. And then I find out years later that it wasn't that she didn't want to be with me, it was that she was involved in this fucking, like, cult fucking thing, and I'm already bad news. Like, anytime any, like, girl's parents would, like, see me with tattoos or whatever and be like, "Oh yeah, I don't want you dating my daughter," type shit. And so we went our separate ways 2015, and I tried to kill myself in my car. I didn't tell anybody where I was. I didn't tell anybody where I was going. I didn't. But I don't know. You call it divine intervention or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it was like, I just. I drove from Russellville to Eureka Springs and try to start a new life because I thought I'd lost everything, and and if it wouldn't have been like it's like him and his grandma found me and whatnot, and that was like when I started to really get like a new lease on life. It's like, okay, you know, things aren't as bad as the way I was perceiving them to be so far. And it just kind of went on, and that kind of loops back to what we were talking about earlier, where we just kind of saw different directions and we went different paths in life, and you know, that shit sucked. But I had to all this like loss and tribulations, I had to experience and take it head on and just fucking learn. I mean, that's what it was. Like, it was learning. I don't know what the fuck I was learning at the time, but I knew it was something more than what was happening. God damn it, dude. It's so stupid. So it's just, it blows my mind how you can, like, one little tiny thought can just, you can like grab that thought, that little tiny thought, and just disperse a shit garden, grow a big pile of shit. Myself, I can't feel safe. I know it's only make believe. My only prayer is that someday you care. Oh, so the dreams come true. My one and only you. No one will ever know how much I love you so. My heart will never be there for me, but it's only make believe. It's ironic that this song is playing right now. Only Make Believe. I think it was originally done by Conway Twitty. Maybe someone done it before him and he did it, but this version I'm listening to is of the Misfits. Someday you care for me, but it's only make believe. I'll live forever. You said someday you care. Hopes and dreams come true. My one and only you. No one will ever know how much I love you so. My hands, my hopes, and my schemes. You are my everything, but it's only make believe. I listened to that song by Conway Twitty probably 30 times in a row while I was sitting in the parking lot. I don't remember what parking lot it was. It was like this. I mean, Eureka Springs is not very big, so it wasn't. I just remember sitting in that Impala and just like taking a bunch of pills. And then I went to the liquor store and then got some beer, and I don't remember, it was beer or wine or something, and I was just like listening to that song on a loop and just drinking and just essentially waiting to die. just laid back in the seat and just, I didn't tell anybody where I was going. I didn't tell anybody anything. And you know, like I said, if they didn't find me when they did, I wouldn't be here right now. So I owe so much back to all these people that saw something in me when I didn't see anything in myself. And I'm forever grateful for that, because you don't get like real friends that actually care about you and like want to see you do better. A lot of people like will be your acquaintance or be your buddy or whatever, but if they think that you're doing better than them, they'll like cut you off, or they'll like try to downplay you, or like push your shit to the side, because they don't want to like, it's so fucking stupid, because there's so much increments for everybody. There's enough for everybody. Open your breeze, let's go slowly, dying pride, living proof that dying of living proof that I'm dying. Hi, baby. Oh man, another sad song. Great. And it's late too. It's already 12:30. Not that time matters anymore, man. I've gotten to a point in my life where time really, like, I'm not a slave to the numbers on the clock anymore. But obviously, I still have to be certain places at certain times. But I don't stress about it like I used to. I would like just see like, it'd be like it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and then my central nervous system would just shut down and just like tense up and be like, oh my god, you have to wake up in 5 hours to go to work, why? And then instead of like thinking about something that's not that, I would think about that and be miserable and stuck in that fucking chasm of despair. It's what I used to do. When I made eyes on you, it was pain before pleasure. And fame. As the drops in the air, you cold as ice. Long, baby, baby. Now it's very, very Television and the top on my fire. Baby, burn within your flames. If we know my fire, now show me what I love to do. And desire, really drumming through. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Jesus Christ. I can't hit Tina's part. She got a high voice. I need to get some more lunch. You coming or not? Fucking universe, man. I gotta charge all my fucking shit tonight. I need to do that now. Because I will forget. And then it'll be a fucking big deal. I'm not. Dream last night. You were standing in a fair light. 1 minute being, but the next you were gone. I thought you could stay, but I was so wrong. The end is near. The game is over. No more pretending. No more. No more. The end is here. The end is here. The end is here. The end is here. And that's here. Oh, this is a good one too. The universe knows me better than I know myself sometimes. And it's so fucking weird to say that and like know that it is true. But like just random playlist on Spotify. Like I don't know. Something close to where shots on my makeup. But she hold on it. And she asked me if I feel alright. And I said yes. You look wonderful tonight. It's the thing that I'm, I guess, doing is trying to like get a stage presence of sorts because I've never been on stage. I say never, but like very limit. There's only been a couple times in my life, and they didn't go well. Around with says yes, it will be alright, and I say yes. I feel wonderful tonight.